All right, good morning. Woo. We're back.
Yeah, let's do this.
We have an update. We are now 1 year old, so woo!
Woo! Is this our first taping since?
Yes.
Oh my God, what an honor.
We're officially 1 year old.
That is fantastic.
I have the man, the myth, the legend, Devin with me.
Oh.
Devin Pike, a.k.a. new Anthony Fantano. Better Anthony Fantano, might I add.
Stuff.
But now, talk to me, man. How's life? How's everything?
Things are good, man. He says all this because I'm doing a blog now. Or I've revived a blog, a music blog. So you should totally follow that, devin.c.pike on Instagram or TikTok. Sorry, shameless plug.
No.
But I'm doing well.
Shame.
Yeah,
There's
that's kind of been taking up a lot of my life right now. So no, things are good. How are you, man?
It's good to see. I'm good, man. Life is good. We're 2 weeks out from the office move.
Yeah, true.
Everything's going to be ultra HD setting. We have we potentially have a neon light coming in. So
oh, come on, dude.
We are going up in the world, guys.
There will be a real podcast.
Sponsors, one at a time.
Yep.
Yeah, get in line.
In line.
All right, let's get into it, man. So, Devin, if you couldn't tell by now, is from America. And you know what just happened in America? The Super Bowl happened in America.
That Super Bowl happened, yes.
More importantly, what happened in the Super Bowl is a Super Bowl halftime performance.
Yes, it did.
I'll be so real. I do not give one single about the Super Bowl. I just literally tuned in for the Super Bowl performance. We had everybody from the office watching it. We had what, 10, 12 people watching it.
Yeah.
You've watched it.
I have. Met multiple times now.
Yes. How do you feel about it?
I loved it.
Why?
It was the message. Well, there's a deeper underlying message to it. And that's Kendrick Lamar's style. There's always, he's always in his lyricism and in his performances and all his music. It's all about, for him, it's Black excellence, but then also there's commentary on the state of the country now. And so that part. That's what really that part I guess stuck with me. And I didn't, I'll admit there's a lot I initially didn't pick up on the first watch, but then learn more about it. You watch it back and it's like, oh yeah,
I love seeing those videos that break the stuff down or I mean, I don't want to say Easter eggs, but it's kind of like Easter eggs. So when you watch a new trailer or something and you're like, oh, what was that about? What was that line that Samuel Jackson said?
Yeah.
I liked Samuel Jackson's part in it. It was nice because he was being the OG or the uncle. I mean, he was literally Uncle Sam. Yeah. But I like the fact that he was trying to warn Kendrick of not being too black, but then Kendrick was like, nah, fuck all that. Let me just be myself.
That's exactly what he's representing there. It's your traditional Uncle Sam of this isn't what white America would say a lot is this what Kendrick's doing is it's not American. It's not good enough. So that was Samuel L. Jackson was a great character, I think, and that a great addition to the whole performance.
Now, there's been a lot of, I don't want to say backlash, but there's been some backlash to the performance where not everybody universally loved the performance.
Sure.
A lot of people didn't like it, a lot of people hated it, and a lot of people showed videos in the crowd of people being not impressed, I'll say.
I saw quite a few videos of the opposite, to be honest.
Well, I saw both, and now I'm confused. Now I'm bro, it's so much misinformation. I'm were people actually quiet, or were people screaming A minor?
Oh, they were definitely screaming A minor. I saw.
And so, I don't know. I think because the person that runs the halftime performance shows, I think, is Jay-Z. Has been for the last couple of years.
He's got a big role in that.
And I don't know where he goes from here. Who do you think next year is gonna be? Because I think for me, I like the performance, but I think it could have been done a little bit differently to appeal to more audiences. I think Kendrick Lamar has had multiple smash hits that are actual country anthems that he could have played instead of open up with an unreleased freestyle.
Yeah, well, I think it's I hear you, but also I think it's because his whole thing at this point where Kendrick Lamar is he's very much a trailblazer. He's he went from being this kind of up and coming figure back in the 2010s, a prominent figure, but now he's sort of in a position where he's basically creating the trends. Because you're right, he didn't play many big hits. Most of what he played at the start was a freestyle that's not unreleased. It's on YouTube, I think. When like when his latest album dropped.
Oh, fair.
But then also everything else on that,
Super
basically,
recent.
yeah, everything except for like 2 or 3 songs came out in like this last year. But I think that's the thing is like people would say, "Oh no, why aren't you playing more of your hits?" But
Yeah.
I think it's incredibly bold of him to be like, "No, this is my new shit.
Yeah.
Listen to this."
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, I don't know. I found it pretty bold.
And the boldness worked out. Like,
Mhm.
I think I didn't know. I mean, obviously, Super Bowl is massive. Everybody knows that.
Mhm.
But I think it was a wake up call to me seeing the effect of the Super Bowl halftime performance to what Kendrick's numbers are right now.
Yeah.
Unprecedented,
Mm.
stupid numbers.
Yeah.
I'm talking not like us went back to number one, right?
Yep.
And then
It's a 9-month-old song now.
9-month-old song that went back to number one on Billboard.
Mhm.
He topped Drake in being the most listened to rapper on Spotify ever.
Yep.
He's also the first rapper to ever surpass 100 million monthly listeners. That's
Yeah,
crazy that
that-
it's
Unreal.
taken this long and it's Kendrick. Like, I really thought Drake would have hit
Mm.
100 million
Yeah.
easy, like over the last 10 years at some point.
Totally. I mean, honestly, yeah, I feel like Drake's
Yeah.
always had more. I mean, I lean more towards Kendrick myself, but
Yeah.
like Drake, I mean, I think he's got more, popular appeal, like
Yeah.
pop in terms of like pop
Yeah.
music. So like, yeah, I totally would have expected him to cross that line first.
Yeah. And
So-
I mean, it is definitely worth it if you're an artist. Like, a lot of people were pointing out the fact that, like, apparently the Super Bowl doesn't pay the performance.
Yeah, I just learned that. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
they
and,
didn't do
like-
that, yeah,
But, like, who cares? Every performer performing, it's not like they're like a upcoming artist. Like, they're
Yeah,
a multimillionaire, and like the exposure, yes, sure, paid by exposure isn't like the best term in the world. But if it's Super Bowl exposure, I'm
Yeah.
taking that any day of the week. Like, wow, it's crazy.
yeah. Or I mean, I don't know, like I in my own work as like when I've done some music journalism, like I've done reviews of stories where my payment is literally like a ticket to the concert.
Yeah,
So it's like, I mean, for them, Super Bowl tickets
Yeah.
are thousands on the low end.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe that's their payment. You
Yeah,
get to watch a
Super Bowl.
football game. I don't know.
yeah, and obviously, the Eagles won over
The
who?
Chiefs.
The Chiefs,
Yep.
and that was a big upset.
That was remarkable.
And if you put your money on the Eagles, then you are a multimillionaire right now.
Probs.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Who do you think the next one is gonna be, or who do you think the next one should be?
What was the next performer? Ooh.
Because
That's
if I'm being honest, I think they pivot from rap. I think they've done too much rap in terms of like, if I'm like the average Joe Schmo, I think my complaint is gonna be that they've done too much rap. Like they'd be like switching back to like pop.
Yeah, but they also have done like decades of pop, haven't they? So
Yeah, but I don't know. It's only so much leeway they can give Jay-Z. You know, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, well, yeah, I'm trying to think. Because they do. Well, it's a weird thing because they definitely want to do popular artists, but then also like was it last year? It was Usher, who
Yeah.
definitely popular, but I don't know how relevant he's been in the last few years.
Yeah.
So gosh, I don't really know.
Yeah, I think you need to have like I forgot what the song is called, but there's like a specific song that like everybody knows. Today is gonna be the day that
Oasis.
Yes, they should do that. They should do the
They're
Super Bowl.
probably overdue. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. In terms of like rock bands, totally them
Yeah.
or
It just has to be like
um,
countrywide anthems. I think you need to have like
Mm.
one or two of those in your catalog, and then everything else you can like get experimental and weird with. I feel
Just-
like,
sure.
yeah.
I'm trying to think who else is out there who's big enough.
I mean, there's like the
Um,
big hitters like in Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's actually. I mean, yeah, actually, I'm kind of surprised she hasn't been
Yeah.
asked to do it yet,
Yeah.
or maybe she's been asked and she just hasn't
Yeah.
agreed. I don't know.
Beyonce would go crazy.
She's been on there a couple times now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
know.
really have.
Who's-
I mean, honestly, the best one in my head, but it's never gonna happen. Kanye West, bro. Kanye West is like the perfect person to play a Super Bowl halftime performance. Hear me out. He
We're listening.
is elite at events in general. I think
Mhm.
from his like listening parties and stuff, he
Yeah.
understands like how to really I don't know, like have a formulaic atmosphere for a specific type of night that he's going with. Number two is his music is just undeniable. His music
Yeah.
pre 2020, I'll say, is undeniable. He's got like the old classic bangers, like I don't know, "Wait Till I Get My Money," "Power," like "Devil in a Black Dress," like
Yeah.
"Devil in a Red Dress." I don't know.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like he's got like undeniable slappers that everybody knows.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and completely separate. This is saying it all
Yeah.
completely separate from recent events.
Yeah, of course.
Recent as in the last few years. But, completely separate from that. Like, yeah, no, I agree. Like, he's definitely like, he's got a real creative mind. He's, I think, just very talented.
Yeah.
The other stuff's unfortunate. So
Yeah, it's a shame.
I think that will get in the way of that happening.
I don't think Jay-Z is the biggest fan of him right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun.
Maybe-
It's a fun thing to look forward to.
Maybe Jay-Z will throw himself up there.
He should. I don't know why. I don't know if Jay-Z would be enough by on his own. I don't think he's got like. Does he have music like that? By countrywide anthems, I mean like the average or like a random person in America wouldn't know Kanye, but they'd know a Kanye song.
Right. I think the one thing that comes to mind for me for Jay is Empire State of Mind.
Yeah.
With Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In New York country.
You're not gonna hear me sing.
No. That's fair. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Super Bowl's fun.
Yes.
It'll be coming again next year, so that's something to look forward to. The ads went crazy. Was there any specific ad that like stuck out to you?
I saw one for Mountain Dew that really I was like, huh?
What was it?
Did you see this?
I don't think so.
It was like, oh, it's bonkers. So do you know who Seal is? The singer, Seal.
Yes,
Yes.
of course. What?
Yeah. he's more of a 90s
Yeah.
kind of dude. He sang Kiss by a Rose. Yeah. Baby, I can break
Oh
it.
yeah. I think so.
So
I think
he featured in a Mountain Dew ad where some random girl like drank Mountain Dew. Oh, it was Baja Blast specifically. She got sent to like some alternate world, and she saw a seal, which was his head on this one.
Okay.
His head's put. Just watch.
Yeah, I'll watch.
I'll tell the.
Yeah, go.
I'll explain after Abdo watches.
Refreshing.
It's kissed by the perfect amount of tropical lime.
You're not ready.
Oh, actual seals. Look at it.
The way your face changed.
Dude, what the fuck? Okay. Yeah, that's crazy CGI, man.
So that's his head just slapped on us. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, wait. I gotta show people this.
That's like that stood out more than anything, I think, to me
This is a seal,
in terms of
guys.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's
Oh
wild.
my god.
I need to try Baja Blast, man. The marketing behind Baja Blast is insane.
They need to bring it here. It's not in
Please.
New Zealand or
Taco Bell.
yeah, guys. We have Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Bring the Baja.
We're one step in the way. For me, there's two main ones. For me, there was one that was like interestingly titled "Your Attention, Please."
Oh really?
Yeah, it was basically. I mean, it's gonna sound insane, and I don't like the ad for what the ad is. I like what it represents. I need to say that. It's basically a bunch of display of women's breasts in like sexually in a sexual manner and not so sexual manner, but just like how like everybody is always paying attention to boobs, but no one is really paying attention to getting their boobs like screened for like breast cancer and stuff.
Right.
And breast cancer is like super close thing to me because I've got like a family history on it. But it's really nice because I mean, first of all, I mean it grabs the attention of everybody because
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Not me though. I'm different. And then it does the portrayal of the message really in a really nice way. And it stood out to me because the website was called yourattentionplease.com. And that was like crazy.
So what were the ads like? Like were they maybe you should
Let me show you.
Yeah, please show me.
Let me show you. So if you okay. Let's go. Your attention, please. It's an ad by Novartis. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
but-
no. Oh,
but it's basically like just a video about
Oh yeah.
people staring at
Yep.
so much attention,
It's
yet so ignored. Over 6 million women watching today's game may be diagnosed with breast cancer.
Oh, Wanda Sykes.
Yeah.
Early detection for breast cancer is a game changer, and why I'm able to be here today. So let's get more women screened than ever before. Go to yourattentionplease.com and take the first step.
I
I
wonder
wonder
why.
if we could like.
I wonder
change
why it's
that
called.
list.
I wonder why it's called Your Attention Please. Why they went with that. But
Yeah,
still, like, I mean, that's
it's a cool name.
yeah. Yeah. They
Yeah.
should. Someone should use that. a bit
Um,
more. No, that's that. I thought that was really cool. That was really smart. I
It's really
think.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the idea is that just like people pay so much attention towards breast, but people should pay attention. I don't know what I'm trying to say, gang, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
it's good. The other one that stood out to me, which we don't have to really touch on, is Kanye's because it looked like a cool ad. I promise. That I went to easy.com and there's one T-shirt with like a little drawing on it that is not to be discussed in
Yeah.
this podcast.
A slight symbol.
Yeah.
I did not see. It
Think World
coming.
War or something like that.
Did not see
Yeah,
it coming.
think SWAS. What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. Funny, not funny. It was a nice. I won't even talk, bro. I don't like that. Never mind.
He's done an ad like that before, that where it's literally just
Yeah.
him face cam.
Yeah,
shit.
but this time I liked it a little bit more because it's like, yes, he's doing the same thing, but he's being like, he got like new teeth installed or some shit, or like he had like new grills, and he was like,
Okay.
oh, all the money for the production I spent on my teeth, so go to easy.com. Do not do that. Do not go to easy.com.
Yeah, we do not endorse.
That was in quotations.
Yeah.
Holy shit,
How
man.
do you say
I was when I discussed this last week with, I think it was Daniel or something. Okay, I don't know how to feel about this, but I was wearing a Kanye t-shirt, and I still have a Kanye t-shirt.
Right.
Like I feel like Pablo t-shirt, and it only hit me like later that day in the gym, and I was like looking at myself in the mirror. I was like, "Oh, I wear
Right.
a Kanye t-shirt." So maybe I don't know if I should bring that back. It's a little.
That's your move, man.
Yeah.
I honestly won't. Just whatever. It's a tricky thing.
Yeah.
It's like, because I mean, for the longest time with Kanye, like my justification was, yeah, okay, piece of shit, but also great music. But then, within some stuff from within the last month, I'm like,
Yeah, you can only separate the art from the artist so much that like it
Yeah.
it gets to a point where you actually can't.
yeah, it becomes like,
And that was the case with them.
yeah,
Speaking of influential people, influencers.
that was a
Come
that was
on,
a
man.
nice.
We're getting better,
transition.
man.
That was good.
Yeah,
Well
thank you, I
done.
appreciate it, thank you.
Good.
Influencers are in the mix. AMP.
Yeah, I literally just only heard of them now. Those are my mom's initials. So
Yeah.
I was like, huh?
Oh, actually.
Anne Marie Pike.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy. What the hell? Yeah. So for those that don't know, AMP is a group. First of all, AMP stands for All Means Possible or Any Means Possible or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically a group of influencers. Think Sidemen, think Beta Squad, think Dude Perfect. And it's basically this young-ish, up-and-coming group of people from the United States. I think they're across the United States. So the biggest one is Kai Cenat. He's the biggest streamer on Twitch. There's also Duke Dennis. There's Phantom. There are a bunch of like people on the internet that mostly stream on Twitch, I think. And they've got like a really cool vibe about them, a really cool energy about them.
Mhm.
And they started hanging out with each other, and they made the YouTube channel like every YouTube group does. And they've been releasing content for like, they're a relatively new group, I'll say. They're not more than like 2 years old max, I'll say.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've just burst into like heights that are unseen before from like group influencers in general. So much so that they have come out with a skincare brand.
Yeah, that ooh, voice crack.
You're good.
Yeah, so like, yeah, no, I was reading up on that thing
Yeah.
because there actually isn't much out yet.
No.
I think by the time this episode goes out, like because they have a website that's like, you know, being teased, so, like
Yeah.
it'll officially open, I think, by the time this episode comes out. But yeah, no, I found it. I'm interested to know like what the deal is
Yeah.
here, because like I saw they had like a whole little trailer they
Yeah,
did.
they had like a cool ad playing, and
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with the ad itself. It
yeah,
was like a Universal Studios
yeah.
ride. Like
No,
it was, yeah.
they put really good money behind the thing they work with, especially like I'm only really familiar with Kai Cenat because like he's done a couple of like subathon streams where like he just
Mhm.
streams nonstop for like a month or so,
Yeah, yeah.
and the money that goes into these streams is some stupid shit like genuinely Hollywood budgets are going to
Mhm.
like a 30-month daily stream, and
Mhm.
he's bringing on guests, he's bringing on again mariachi brands like I
Yeah,
butcher
yeah.
that. How do you say it?
Mariachi bands?
Mariachi.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so no, they definitely have money. I don't know if they have an investor or what, but they're all making good money. They've all got like Lamborghinis and stuff. Like
Yeah,
they're living the dream.
clearly.
They're like living in GTA type money. Um, but yeah, I think this is something really interesting that like now influencers are launching brands like it's hotcakes.
Mhm.
Um, I saw this thing that was really interesting that like almost every almost every brand category now has a prominent competitor that is founded by an influencer.
Mm.
So if
Yeah.
you think like food, there's KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast. As controversial as it is, Lunchly is a smash in the United States. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
it's moving numbers, or so we think.
Mm.
Hydration, you got Prime. Jake Paul has some like body wash and deodorant stuff
Oh, yeah, yeah.
called W. And now more recently, AMP has skincare nailed
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, Tone is what it's called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really nice because I think that like there's actually maybe a gap in the market for that because I'm
Mm.
assuming the average person, and no offense, the average person that watches them is like a sweaty, dotted faced 12-year-old maybe,
Yeah.
and so
Well, what I mean, I found like just watching the ad, like I think they're actually trying to appeal to a lot of people with darker complexions because
yes,
there's some line I don't know in that video, their trailer talking about like ashy skin, and
yep,
that's an issue often with people with
yeah,
darker skin. So, um, and the, there is a market for that for
yeah, of course,
products more specifically to people who are black, brown,
yeah,
just dark, yeah, just darker skin in
yeah.
general.
And I think
So
I think it's so cool, and I think like, I really wish them the best. I don't know why I'm wishing multimillionaires the best, but it is pretty cool. You can't like
yeah.
you can't deny it.
I am interested to see like how it actually goes because it's you I think you were saying I think like I don't in like an email whatever
Yeah,
ahead of this podcast like there's concerns around influencers doing this like particularly around the quality of the products.
yeah. So in general, I mean, like, yeah, like it's almost like the influencer brands are the new as seen on TV brands.
Yeah.
I think I'm cooking here. Now,
Yeah, keep
with
going.
the influencer brands, like yes, they are flashy. The packaging is always fucking screaming at you,
Mm,
lunging at you. But I think that there's been one too many occurrences where the product is faulty
mm,
or like the product just genuinely lacks quality.
mm,
I think Prime has had a bunch of like PR crises where like the drink has like I don't know, like lumps in it. Like it
there's
looks
something.
off. The Lunchly thing, like it could be expired, but the shit has mold on it. So like,
Mm,
and it only takes one video that's a 3-second video that's looping on Twitter for it to go fucking everywhere.
mhm,
And they do get a bad rap, but I think now more than ever, everybody's like working with like super big manufacturers, super FDA approved. I'd hope so.
mm,
Um, but yeah, it is flashy. It does have a bad rap, and it's gonna be. I think it's about quality, not quantity. So
mhm,
like with the like if Logan Paul launches another brand, I think people maybe will slowly back out
mhm,
because like you can only launch so many brands that it's like I now it's just like a cash grab, and you're not. There's no way a single human can pay attention so much to all these different brands, kind of thing.
mhm.
So I don't know. I think yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
I think yeah, like over time, people like influencers could start to lean more into like they understand there needs to be better quality and
Yeah.
better care in what they're making. But there's also I think a flip side to it because like my mind goes to Jacksepticeye. Or,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, love him, love
Yeah.
his let's plays and everything
Yeah.
because he has a clothing brand and a coffee
Yeah.
bean brand, and from what I understand, they're really great, high quality products, but also they're crazy expensive,
Yes.
like very hard to access.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, just like like good materials, but not like for the insane costs that
Yeah.
they are. So, I know he hasn't like I wouldn't really call it like flack he's
Yeah.
gotten, but it's like definitely there's been questions about, is it really worth this much?
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
kind of like like global uproar that happened with Lunchly. I remember, like, I
Mhm.
think who was the Diamond Minecraft guy?
Diamond Minecart or
Sky, not Sky does Minecraft. The guy
Haste.
that was beefing with KSI. Oh my god.
Dream?
No.
No,
The
I
guy that
used
called out the Lunchly thing.
I can't remember my Minecraft
KSI.
people. Dan
Dan TDM. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, because I remember he had like a banger tweet the second Lunchly was announced,
that's right.
and he was like
yeah.
calling out like just the concept of like influencers just like milking their audiences dry.